Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you who are seasoned veterans of what we do around here. And for those that are new, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Be interactive. We appreciate that. We value that. And we are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. That would really be helpful because we could help more people that way. So if you know someone that would benefit from that, please feel free to lead them in this direction. Anyway, we're going to talk about life lessons that life is trying to teach you. If you are at a place where you're not really sure what life is trying to teach you, or you think you might be missing a piece, please feel free to reach out here on YouTube in the About Me section. My website is there. Go there, or you can go on Twitter at PO Perception. Go there and gain some knowledge. We're going to talk about 5 or 6 things that life is most likely trying to teach you that you might be missing because you're a little stubborn, or because maybe you don't like the message or whatever. The first thing is you get what you focus on. This is so simple. I've said it tons of times before, but it's valuable for a number of reasons. You get what you focus on. So if your life is constant stress, what do you focus on that's stressing you out? If your life is kind of, I keep going forward and then I get driven back and then it goes bad and then I lose 6 months to a year, and that it's been that way for the last 20 years. Where's your focus that you're getting driven backwards? Your focus is where your mind follows, both consciously and subconsciously. So the more focused you are on something, the more it becomes necessary. Also, the wider your focus, you may not achieve as much as quickly, but the more chances you give yourself for success. Only get narrow with your focus when you know what you're trying to accomplish and you're willing to adapt how you get there in such a manner that you feel in control even when circumstances aren't in front of you. But when you don't know what you want to accomplish, a wider focus, I want to be happy, I want more money, I want whatever it is, get wide until it pays off to get narrow. People often narrow themselves down too early in their lives, and there's challenges and problems and all sorts of rather unfun things that come along, and we get to a place where we have issues because we kind of cut ourselves off, for lack of a better term, and then we wonder why life isn't going the way we had intended, planned, desired, or any of that. Usually our focus is the first place to look when life isn't going according to what we think it should or what we plan. So also, sometimes what we think should happen and what is in our best interest could be at odds, so that's another interesting and often challenging situation. So the next in series of situations here, things that life might be trying to tell you, um, expect progress. No matter how much you uh, do progress, no matter how quickly things happen or slow things happen, um, that, just expect things to change because change is a constant. When you expect something, whether it's a relationship, a job, your function in a job, your family dynamics, when you expect something to stay the same, you're actually leaving yourself wide open for potential problems somewhere in the future. Not because sometimes things don't stay the same. Of course, we know the sun is going to rise almost every morning until something blows it up and it doesn't anymore. In other words, there are things we can count on. But progress, no matter how small, is important. Remember, if you have children or if you have a puppy doesn't learn how to use the outdoor wonders of an outdoor bathroom overnight. It takes discipline, it takes commitment, it takes progress. There are accidents along the way. So if we give up on the puppy before it ever gets a chance to build a practice, there's issues. But progress is progress when the puppy starts to learn to ask to go outside. So it's just looking for opportunities of progress when they present themselves. Don't expect so much progress every day, every week that it's crazy, but do expect some progress almost every day or every other day. Diversify. Diversify your interests. Diversify who you will date if you're in the dating market. In other words, look, if you date people that are always super religious. Try dating someone that isn't and see what that difference is. If you always date people who are supermodels, then try dating someone who's getting to a place of self recovery with weight issues and just see what difference it makes. If you're looking to make more money, diversify your career, learn new skills, always be growing and learning and achieving new things. This is because the more diversity we have, the more options we have when chips are down and things are difficult. If you only stay narrow, then your chances of failure are greater. If you diversify and you're wide, you can always narrow down for a minute or for a month or for a year and really try and put your all into something. But if you've diversified to where you have multiple skills or multiple mindsets, or you're very open minded, your life becomes much, much more manageable and fulfilling when, if something doesn't work out, you can quickly pivot to something else you enjoy or is meaningful to you. Next is control your money. Look, spending money to make ourselves feel better, we've all gotten in that trap, and I can certainly say it messed my life up for a little while when I wasn't as honest with myself about some of the things I was going through and using money as a way to cope, or the spending of money more accurately. So understanding your weaknesses and your strengths is important, and knowing that, hey, it's okay to go for that Starbucks once a week if you need to celebrate. But when it becomes every day, is it really a celebration? It's okay to buy that big item if you can afford to pay for it. But what if you got laid off? Could you still afford it? Look at every possible option when you make a medium to larger purchase. Obviously, don't look at the cost of a pack of gum unless you're close to being homeless. But at the same time, make sure that you can truly afford the way you're handling your money in relation to how you get through till the next pay period, and also how it affects your medium and long range goals. The last point is turn a positive from a negative back into a positive. And this is so very important. People often live through their trauma. That's why I do so much work on this channel and with my clients on trauma core related belief systems, because people live through their trauma. Oh, my parent didn't love me. Okay, how can you turn that into a positive? Well, maybe it'll make you a better parent when you are one because you know what you didn't have. Oh, my money isn't right. I'm always behind. Okay, what skill can you learn that will make you appreciate money better when you have it? In other words, always look for ways to take negatives and turn them into positives. But don't jump from negative to positive. This is a mistake that a lot of people make that actually causes them to become very bitter and depressed, because when the positivity doesn't stick because that jump is too far, then they beat themselves up and say, what am I doing wrong? What's wrong with me? Poor me, blah, blah. What you need to do is go from negative to neutral. What else could be? Is it possible that someone in my position could recover? Is it possible that someone with my addiction could stay sober? Is it possible? And then when you begin to look at possibility, am I ready to take that journey? The self-reflection of neutrality is so valuable when actually trying to make long-term lasting decisions that stick, because then when you've gone from neutral to positive is an easier run. Hey, I really starting to believe I can do this. Maybe I could do that. And then the shift to positivity is more natural, it's more organic, and it's more sustainable. And sustainability and emotional state when it comes to positivity is super, super valuable. So I encourage you, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.